something. I don't know, man. But anyways, thank you very much, Jeff, for being with us. We'll talk on Tuesday about the World Series, assuming that they're still playing. They should still be playing some baseball no matter what by Tuesday. So we'll talk about that. Series is shifting over to the Bay, and we'll talk some Tribe and so much more when you put your baseball hat on Tuesday.
All right, sounds like a plan. I might be coming to you on Tuesday from even more secret location.
Even more secret than Bethesda. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Now you're going to go to Quantico next. I'm telling you, watch out for Jeff Gorman, you guys. If you're cheating on your taxes, and he's probably, he looks like an IRS guy. Maybe that's what you're doing. Maybe you're one of those guys. I don't know. Jeff Gorman, my man, enjoy your weekend. We'll catch up next week.
All right. Thanks very much, Jerry. Have a good one.
You got it. My man, Jeff Gorman. You guys can tweet with him at Browns_101. Check him out, Browns101.com. Let's take a break. Come back on the other side now. Talk some Browns keys to victory. We talked a little bit about the Raiders. Now we'll go on the other side. 3 keys, which means 3 dog bones. Coming your way next. It's Ryan Ruiz of Dog Pound Nation and 3 dog bones to the Cleveland Browns, to getting a Cleveland Browns victory. Let's hear from Ryan Ruiz coming up next here on The Fix. Hey guys, before we go to the break, I want to talk to you a little bit again about our good friends at Harry Buffalo North Olmsted, the UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Championships, some of the hottest fights in the world today. Each and every one of their huge events, Harry Buffalo is one of the few places in Northeast Ohio you can go there and watch each and every UFC fight at the Harry Buffalo. And let me tell you, I've been there. The people are out the door. They are to the rafters. It is one of the craziest environments for some UFC fights. Wing Mondays, they've got great deals on wings and drinks, and every day of the week there's a different special, a different deal. And don't forget the Bison Burger, the unbelievable. It is the combination of a fantastic burger and eating healthy combined into one unbelievable sandwich. You have got to get a Bison Burger while you're there. So whatever you're looking for, whatever day of the week, Monday through Friday, Saturday, Sundays, there's something for you at the Harry Buffalo North Olmsted, just outside Great Northern Mall. Check them out today. Harry Buffalo, join the herd.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
Throwing you the best sports commentary in town. The Sports Fix.
Portions of the Sports Fix brought to you by GV Art and Design. Find all the hottest Cleveland sports gear online at gvartwork.com or at their brand new store on Detroit Avenue in Lakewood. Sports Fix listeners, like us on Facebook today. Facebook.com/The Sports Fix.
Hey, it's Kirk Herbstreit from ESPN. Football's played a big part in my life, but football's also a lot more than just big plays, wins, losses, and championships. Football teaches young people about dedication, sacrifice, teamwork, and overcoming adversity. So let's respect the game and get out and support your local school. You'll be amazed of all the good things you see happening at Ohio schools.
This message brought to you by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the OHSAA Radio Network.
Football season is party season at Harry Buffalo North Olmsted. Everyone wins at Harry Buffalo. Every Saturday is Coors Light College Football Saturday with $6 pitchers, 4 bottles for $10, and the Buckeyes in full HD. Football season is most definitely party season, and your headquarters is Harry Buffalo North Olmsted all winter long. Harry Buffalo, join the herd.
Hey everybody, this is Doug Plagans, the voice of the Lake Erie Monsters, and you're listening to the Sports Fix.
Welcome back to the Sports Fix Live as we roll on through hour 2 across the Sports Fix Radio Network. J-Rock back with you, getting ready to be joined in just a moment. My man, Ryan Ruiz from Dog Pound Nation. He's on the phone line. We're going to talk to him in just a minute. Get the 3 dog bones, as we do each and every week, to a Browns victory. The things the Browns have to do to make a victory happen this week against the Raiders. Talk about that. I just saw it. You know what? I'll talk about that story here in the next segment here as we wrap up the show. But you guys getting some great feedback from you, and let me know, what do you think, by the way, as we're doing this? Do the Browns win this week? How much do they win by? I want to hear it from you. Whether you're listening live, whether you're listening on digital delay, hit me up throughout the weekend. Let me know your score prediction for the game. Facebook.com/TheSportsFix. Tweet with me at TheSportsFixCLE. Email me, TheSportsFix@AOL.com. Let me know your predictions for the game. We're going to roll on here, as I said. Hit us up. Phone lines are closed because Ryan's on them. Ryan Ruiz of Dog Pound Nation with us here. Ryan, how you doing this afternoon?
Hey, J-Rock, good afternoon. How we doing?
I'm all right. How you doing?
I'm a little shaken from last week's debacle, but you know what? Past is the past. There's nothing you can do about it. But I got to tell you, J-Rock, I probably said the word wow 50 times last week. And not in a good way.
You're not alone. No, not in a good way. I know, and we've done all that. And we don't even need to go back. Look, our box is in the backyard. We're done with it. We're not going there anymore. But it stunk, and they better not do it again. If they do, it really does open up, forget homers, forget all of that. It opens up legitimate questions, a ton of them, that we are all going to have to look at and that the Browns themselves are going to have to look at as well. So hopefully that doesn't happen. We talked about some of the things they do bring to the table and some of the weaknesses. It's going to be the same thing. You stop the run, you run on these guys, take care of business, don't turn the ball over. Should be what you do, man. This is what you do. You play football, and this is a team that if you play football, you play clean football, you should win the football game. Where are you at here? Looking at, well, I guess let's do some dog bones. I mean, you're looking at the Browns. What do they have to do? This is your department, so I'm going to turn it over to you. What's your first dog bone? What do the Browns have to do to win this football game this Sunday?
You know, J-Rock, I went in with very simplistic dog bones this week. Obviously, the talk of the town, and I know it's been on the show this week with you, is dog bone number one is we got to manage the running back situation. I mean, the talk of the town all week is having three capable running backs a good thing at this point. Last week against the Jaguars, you know, they rushed for 62 yards. Browns running backs averaged 2.2 yards a carry, which was the worst on the season. Patton and Shanahan, they got to get a better game plan for reps for these guys. You know, the Browns are the only team in the NFL with three backs that have 240 yards or more on the season. And I'm where a lot of other analysts are at. Pick two and stick with them. Pick two of them and stay with them. I mean, Tate was brought in for a reason. We know he's not going to flash, but I mean, the guy's averaged almost 5 yards a carry his career. He's brought in to run the football 15 to 18 times with this team. The dark horse and the undrafted rookie free agent, Crowell, he flew by West on the depth chart. I think he's the most capable back. He's averaging 5 yards a carry. I'd like to see Crowell, you know, get the rock 12 to 15 times. But to do this, I mean, nothing changes. You have to be able to move the football efficiently. The Browns' offensive line last week, I know I still have the box buried in the backyard, but, I mean, it was horrendous. That Jaguars front four absolutely smoked the Browns' offensive line. There's a solution to this fix, and I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, I got mixed opinions this week in the press conferences from Patton. But I say move Greco back to right guard. Get him back where he was dominating, and why not take a chance on this Nick McDonald kid? At least he's played center. And I'll tell you what, after watching the All Coach 22 film and seeing Paul McQuiston, you know, you're a great in-game plug-in guy, emergency, but you're not a starter. I mean, you got embarrassed and pushed around last week, and it's unacceptable. So getting McQuiston out of there and with Nick McDonald waiting in the wings, even with the horrendous effort last week in rushing, the Browns are still sixth in the league in rushing, 133.5 yards per game. So dog bone number one is you got to manage the running back situation better. And if you do that and you let these guys get rhythm, J-Rock, I think you're going to be able to run the ball on the Raiders. Dawg Bone number one, manage your running back situation.
Yeah, for sure. You know what, though? I don't think it's managing it. I think that's been too much of the focus all week, man. Plain and simple. I mean, West didn't run where he was supposed to run. He didn't run straight forward. I mean, I think some of the things that were wrong with the run game last week were a function of the offensive line and mistakes by the individual running backs, not necessarily because each one can't get in the rhythm, because I kind of agree with Shanahan. Look, I'm fine with taking two. I said that I'd rather you take two and roll with it, but that's not the problem in a nutshell. It's not the same as switching the quarterback out there. That said, I thought the order that they picked him was wrong last week, but whatever. I'm with you. Doesn't matter. And really, that's not even a dog bone as much as common sense. They need to run the ball this week. You run the ball, there's no discussion. You run the ball for 150 plus like you have earlier this season, then you win this game going away. That's it.
Like I said, J-Rock, very simplistic Dawg Bones this week. I mean, just kind of no-brainers. Absolutely running the football. But like you just said, pick two and stick with them. That's all I ask. That's just pick two, whether it's Crowell and Tate or West and Tate. I want it to be Crowell and Tate, but just pick two and stick with them and get them their 30 carries altogether. So Dawg Bone number two is I can't believe I'm writing this as a dog bone. I published this article this morning, and I'm like, that's crazy that I have to write a dog bone like this. Dawg Bone number two, no special teams blunders.
There you go. That's huge. I know.
Are you kidding me? J-Rock, out of the 3 losses this season, 2 of them have had huge special teams blunders. A blocked field goal, and are you ready for this? And only God knows why someone would attempt to catch a punt at their own 2-yard line.
I know, brother. I know. I watched it too.
You can say what you want about the Jaguars game, but at the end of the day, the Browns, for as terrible as they played against Jacksonville, they had a chance to win that game, and that's all that matters. Winning is everything. Winning cures everything. We all know that. And as terrible as they played, they still had a chance to beat Jacksonville. But that muff punt by Poyer on his own 2-yard line, I've played football for many years, and you are taught on any level, in any level of football, you are taught to plant your 2 feet at the 10-yard line, and anything over your head, you let it bounce. And this guy is going to call for a fair catch and muff it off of his face mask the 2-yard line. So, and like I said, J-Rock, I can't believe this is a dog bone, but no special teams blunders. There have been more than the muff and the block field goal. There have been a handful of bad snaps. Browns had the issue with Christian Young earlier in the year.
Let me jump in on what you're saying. I want to piggyback on that. Dan and I talked about this on Wednesday. Now that we've tried everybody, now if somebody had jumped in and grabbed the job and said, okay, I'm going to take this and I've run a couple kicks here and okay, we're going to go with Poyer or whatever. But since we're still in find a kick returner mode, then I want to give Travis Benjamin another shot. We might as well give him a turn. I'm not saying give him the job back, but give him an at bat here too. We're giving Giambi at bats. No, you know what I'm saying. I'm joking, but let's give him an at bat because we're still looking. If we had found, then I'm done. I'm good. But if he's got as much of a chance to screw it up as somebody else, he's got more of an electric side than anybody else. So somebody, because where you say don't make a mistake, I would add on to that dog bone and say you have to make something happen on special teams. I'm not saying a touchdown, but you've got to break off that field-changing return, that 40-yard punt return that gets you jamming, that wakes that crowd up. You've got to get obviously they had a couple of picks last week. You need that back-breaking turnover too, but you can get that on the special team side, whether it's a turnover on the return game or a big return on your own. I think not just no blunders on special teams, but I think special teams has to step up and help you win these games. I mean, they have then the rest of it starts to become a lot easier, man, and they have yet to get that big play out of the special teams. I know there's one, and I'm not remembering it, but I know